Hello, beautiful people. This is Jennifer Curry, your green witch, here in my own backyard on the beautiful Kenai Peninsula, and I've been doing my crypto thing, also green witching, I can't lie. I'm here today to talk to you about protection. Thank you, Steve Peachy. Shout out to Steve Peachy. I've mentioned protection before in the context of meditation, and there are many different visualizations you can do in your meditation that will help to protect you in your day-to-day life. And I strongly recommend searching. Just run a search online. You can visualize yourself diving into a pool of white light and emerging from the pool protected. You can visualize yourself walking through a doorway of light. The violet light also works. Whatever you are doing, what works for you. You have to figure out what works for you and what serves you, and it might turn out that you need golden light. Who knows? You know, try it. Try them all. See what you like. So outside of the context of meditation, there are a few very simple, very easy things you can do to protect yourself. I like to keep salt in bowls around the house. Salt absorbs a lot of excess energy. It seems to absorb electrical energy that might be overpowering things. Once you have the salt out in the bowl, don't use that salt. In fact, if you have a salt dish and you keep your salt dish uncovered, that's a bad plan. You want to always have your salt dish covered if you keep a salt dish. You don't ever want to use salt that's been out uncovered. Don't use the refrigerator baking soda, right? And then when you get rid of the salt or the baking soda even, you don't want to put it in a garbage can in the kitchen if that garbage can is going to sit in the kitchen for the next 10 days. You know, please take out your garbage more than that. You want your salts and baking sodas to go directly outside into an outside trash if you have one available, or dump it on a crossroads, but just get it out of the house. That's the whole idea of having the salts absorb it. I use essential oils. I use essential oils on a daily basis. I use patchouli every day. I put it on the bottoms of my feet because people don't like the smell of patchouli, and that's kind of okay. I remember when I didn't. But patchouli is protective against radiation and any number of things. And then frankincense. I like to say I like to wear frankincense every day too. And my joke about frankincense is that I smell like Jesus. It might not be funny, I don't know. I like Jesus, and I like frankincense, and but it's just my little thing I say about frankincense. Oh yeah, I want to smell like Jesus. Pour on some frankincense. And that's kind of it. Also, the nice thing about frankincense is it also gets oxygen into your blood, and the oxygen in our atmosphere is getting progressively lower. And I think that's a natural byproduct of the earth growing. I know there's people doing things, but I don't think that's what's the initial cause here. And you can carry crystals. I almost always have extra, I just call them rocks, extra rocks around. If I'm edgy, I'll find a rose quartz and start packing that around. If I'm working with other people, I'll carry a fossil rock. There's a lot of different possibilities with stones. You can just find a couple of rocks you like on the ground and pick those up and put those in your pocket, and those rocks will work for you. We've got a long-standing history with rocks, and it's really not that much out of the rocks time. It really isn't. They're like, yeah, okay, I'll hang with you a while. It's a very, very, very small amount of time in rock time. And you can set up a grid of protection in your room using rocks that you just find around. You know, if you want to go out and buy crystals, you can go out and buy crystals and charge them and do this. But what I personally recommend, and what my favorite is a 5 rock grid, a 5 stone grid. And I live close to the beautiful Kenai River, so I go collect Kenai River rocks You can get your rocks anywhere. Get them home, clean them up, set them, rinse them in your water, set them out in the sun for a while, I guess. And I'm just laughing because I have a basket of rocks, and they do them, it's like sometimes I'll put the rocks, I've got rocks out in the yard right now, and they're ready to get put into little cairns, and I still have to go collect my river rocks for the winter. Anyway, so you can put them in the sun, you can charge them in sunlight, you can charge them in moonlight if you like, but for protection I recommend charging them in sunlight. And get these rocks into your area that you want protected. You put a rock in each corner and set up, and that's 4 rocks, right? Yes, that's 4 rocks. You have 1 rock left, and you set up that last rock is your outpost. It's your I forget, it's like the governor rock. I do have rocks set up in my bedroom. There's a rock in each corner of every room of my house. Actually, we just had the carpets cleaned. I need to go reset rocks. It might be my task today. Well, it's not a task. My thing I do today might be resetting rocks. Let's see, that was a ramble. Let me think. So we did oils, we did rocks, we did meditation protections, incenses. You can burn different incenses. I go out and collect herbs and dry them and grind them with resins and make my own incenses. But you can buy powdered incenses that you burn on charcoal. You can buy incense sticks. You can get like the little cones. Any number of ways that you can get incense. You want to get a natural incense so that you're not, killing yourself with chemicals. But incense also works. And layer it. I layer it. I burn incense every day. I have rocks all over the place. I wear oils, and I've got my crystals. And of course, we meditate. So, this is my longest video. I'm losing focus. I love you. Protect yourselves. Have a beautiful life. See you soon.